Hi guys, it's your girl Reika and I'm coming back to you with another video. So today's video is going to be something that's different. I know in the past I've done favorites videos, trying new things, but today I wanted to do something a little bit different. Today I'm going to be talking about products I basically regret buying, in terms of I spent all this money on them and I basically don't use them at all, or I don't use them as much as I intended to. This is definitely not intended to bash or talk down on any brand or anything like that. It's just, you know, not everything works for everybody, and the cool thing about makeup is there aren't any rules, so you basically do whatever you want. So over time you play with things and you try different things and you realize, well, this works for me and this doesn't work, or this looks better on me versus that. So I do have a little stash of things I've kind of retired out of my collection. I don't use these items anymore, and I figured I'll make a video and show you guys some of these things. If you have some time and you want to see the products that I'm basically not that into anymore, definitely stick around, get comfortable, and of course let's have some fun. And yes, before we move on, please take a minute, if you have not already, please, I would really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button that's somewhere floating around down below. I think it's on this side. Yes, it's that big red button. Please, I would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. So once you've done that, yes, let's move on and let's have some fun. So I basically keep stuff I'm not really using anymore in this bag here. I don't really throw things out, I just kind of stash them in this. I don't know why I keep it, but you know, this is where I store them for the time being, and I guess when this gets like really full, I'll probably throw some things out or I will give them away. So you're just going to dive in kind of like a raffle, and like the first thing that comes out, I'll basically talk about it and tell you why I don't like it anymore or why I stopped using it. So let's jump right in. The first thing I'm going to grab, I don't know what this is. Alright, so the first thing out of my bag is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation. That's this bad boy right here, if you can see that, guys. Alright, so that's this product here. Just a little backstory on this guy. When I moved away from drugstore and started to experiment with, I guess you'd call it high-end, this was the first foundation I started using that was not in the drugstore. It was this one, the Clinique Beyond Perfecting. It's a 2-in-1 foundation and concealer, and I did use this one for a very long time. The reason why I am not a fan of this anymore, I always felt like this was not my right shade. I felt it was like a little bit darker than me. Not even a little bit, a lot darker than me. I actually went to the Clinique counter on like 2 separate occasions and tried to get a shade match, and both instances, 2 different Clinique stations, 2 different stores, the rep, they basically said this was my shade. From the jump, I always felt like this was like a lot darker than me, or the undertone in there just was not suiting me at all, and that's basically why I retired this one. Nowadays I am more of a Fenty girl, and just to give you an idea, this is what I am in the Fenty, which is shade 400, in comparison to the Clinique, which is the darkest shade, Clove. So if you notice, just a big difference between this and that. So other than the shade being an issue, that was pretty much the main reason why I retired this one. If they work on the shade range a little bit more, I'd probably give this another go, but for now it's going back into my bin of things I don't use. And yeah, we'll just tuck you away in my nice bag. Alright, so the next thing in my little baggie here that let's hold this up and dig right in. The next thing I'm gonna pull out, let's make this interesting. Little shake. Let's go in here. All right, So the next thing is the NYX Mineral Set It Don't Fret It Matte Finishing Powder. Yes, this was one of those things I used very heavy before I again graduated from drugstore and kind of stepped into the high-end range. I used to use this a lot until I discovered Laura Mercier. Nowadays I don't use this. I don't use this at all, to be honest, and you can definitely tell the difference between this powder and the Laura Mercier. This one is just not as finely milled as the Laura Mercier, so when you do try to, I used to use it to set under like the eyes, anywhere I conceal, and when I use this, you could definitely, it just, you know, you could definitely see like the patchiness. You definitely see little areas of patchiness when you use this product. And also, flashback, this was like the worst when it came to like having like flashbacks. So after I discovered Laura Mercier, I decided to retire this. Alright, moving right along, next thing I'm gonna grab this boy, and this is actually from the brand Benefit. It's the Benefit Pore Professional Matte Rescue. Guys, I don't even know what I was thinking when I knew what I was thinking. I knew exactly what I was thinking. I was trying to be cheap, so pretty much I went into Sephora to get the Benefit Pore Professional primer, and I saw this one, which was a little bit cheaper than the Pore Professional, and I was thinking, you know what, both of them Benefit, both of them I guess primers, let me just grab this one and call it a day. And look where we are, we're in the bin of things we don't use. Guys, I honestly, I don't like this. I really don't like this. It brought me out in like the worst way, and I should have known from the start, because first of all, it has a fragrance, and anything that has a fragrance, I know if I put it on my face, it's going to break me out. And this definitely, let me try to describe this. I don't know, this smells like something that you put in your hair, like a gel, like a hair gel. Like the consistency of this is a gel as well. It's an invisible finish mattifying gel. This did not keep me matte at all. I mean, no, I'm going to, if I can find a picture, I'll insert it somewhere here and I'll show you like what my face used to look like at the end of a day when I wore this. Don't get me wrong, I still have like a little slickness at the end of the day, but trust me, this thing, the worst. It was like the worst look at the end of the day, and it was breaking me out, and I was not a fan of the gel. I don't think this was meant to be a standalone product, which is probably why it did not work at all. I'm thinking about it now, because it's not like any primer I've ever used. I've never used or come across a gel primer. I think this was like, you know, in preparation for like a real primer. So I think that was the main problem with this. So it didn't do what I bought it for. It didn't do what it says it was supposed to do, and it broke me out like crazy. So girl, this had to go in the bag, and it's been sitting there for a while, and I don't think I would ever use this ever. It's like a no, definite no. Next thing from the bag is this guy. Thank God I didn't buy this. This was a sample from Sephora, and it's actually the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. This is another one that's like a definite no, just not going to work. According to the packaging, it's supposed to be a smoothing primer. You rub it into the skin, and then it would leave like flakes. It does have a flakiness to it. I don't know if it was counteracting with my moisturizer that I put down. I don't know if it counteracts with like the moisturizer I put down before I use a primer, but it would leave like flakes in the worst way. I'd have to have a brush to brush everything off. It would get into my eyebrows, and guys, you've seen my brows. You see how thick and luscious they are. And imagine going to work, getting ready for work, you have like a limited space of time and you have to be like cleaning out, you know, flakes and stuff out the brows. This was like the biggest headache, and after like the second try with this, I was like, no, it's not worth it. The next thing I'm gonna pull, reach in here. Ooh, yes, so this is actually my Too Faced Born This Way Natural Radiant Creamy Concealer. Oh my gosh, I remember when this bad boy dropped on the market. I swear, like every YouTuber, like all the influencers that I follow, they were like, oh my god, this is so good, oh my god, you need to buy this, oh my god, this is the best thing ever, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, until I was like, oh my god, I'll go and buy it. And I swear this is like the most expensive concealer I've ever bought. This was not cheap. I don't remember the price, but I know this was not cheap. This was almost pushing foundation money. To have it not work for me, trust me, a killer on the inside, and I tried so hard to make this product work. However, guys, this, when I tell you burns, when I tell you it burns, guys, burns. This burnt like so much. Every time I put it under the eyes, it used to give me like the worst burn. This would be me with my blending sponge just like pressing away, trying to kind of soothe the burning sensation. Not a tingle, definitely not a tingle. I mean a literal like burning. For peace of mind, I just stopped using this altogether. I went back to my good old LA girl, and I've been using it ever since. Alright, moving right along. Ooh, I don't know what this is. This is my Bare Minerals. It's a loose powder. I think I bought this to help add or bring back that warmth to my face after using foundation and doing concealer and all of that good stuff. I think this was like too warm for me, like really too warm, almost like a redness to it that just did not work with my skin tone. I think I'm not sure, I'm still trying to understand this undertone thing, but I think I'm more in the middle but slightly having a little bit more yellow to me, and this just didn't work for my tone. Just didn't work for my skin tone. It looked very it was a very unnatural looking color for me, so I decided to give this a rest, getting a little bit more light. And the next thing I'm going to grab is this boy here, and this one is from Tarte. This actually comes in a set of 3. It's a eye and cheek palette. I love the other 2 from the little trio here, but this one in particular did not do anything for me. Let me show you what it looks like. It's this bad boy right here. And if you notice, it's like a lot of grays and blacks and silvers, and I really don't know what to do with this. I really don't know what to do with colors like this. You know, these colors, I'm not really drawn to any of these colors. I don't feel inspired when I look at this tin. I don't know what to do with, you know, grays and silvers. I know definitely a smoky eye, but I don't even, my comfort level is not there yet to do a reasonable smoky eye, so I've pretty much stayed away from this. I use the blush a lot, but other than that, as you can see, barely touched. I haven't used any of the colors on the eyes. Maybe down the line, as I get more confident doing, you know, more smoky eyes or things like that, and a palette like this I guess would come in handy, but until then I will stick to the evil that I know, my purples, my pinks, my peaches. But yeah, that's basically, you know, the backstory on this one. We're down to 2 things. The next thing I want to bring up is this eye pencil from the brand, I don't know if it's Knick Knack or from NK Makeup. First of all, guys, NK makeup, don't sleep on them. I know they're like drugstore and super inexpensive, but they have like the best brown lip pencil out there. Trust me, I'm currently wearing it right now. But let's talk about this white. Let's talk about this pencil. This is the white one, and I bought this to do like, you know, tight lining, and all I can say is this is rather chalky. If you ask me, it just made the overall look kind of fall flat. It didn't do enough to brighten. It wasn't a smooth finish at all, so I didn't really like this. It just had a chalky residue, and just to me it felt like my eyes looked sick, if that makes sense. I don't use this at all, period. I am on the market for another white pencil. If you guys love any good eye pencils that are inexpensive and can get the job done, sound off and let me know down below. Man, for a small bag, talking quite a bit, but we are down to the last product. This one really crushed me. I really wanted to love this product and to use it religiously, and that product would have to be, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, it would have to be, guys, my Fenty Beauty Stunner lip paint. Oh my goodness, cannot believe it. I was expecting to get a lot more use, a lot more wear out of this product, and sad to say I've only probably worn this twice since I've had this, and I've had this since it launched. And the issues I have with this is the applicator. Something about this applicator is very irritating to my lips. I dread trying to put this on because I know my lips are going to be irritated after I apply it. So I'm not sure if it's the applicator or the formula itself. As a result of that, I tend to kind of push it off. It's not like the first thing I go for when I'm trying to do a lip look, so it's pretty much, you know, you kind of push it to the back, push it to the back, push it to the back until you realize, well, hey, I don't really use this. And that really sucks because it's such a gorgeous red and it looks really amazing on me. Sad to say, but it is what it is. I do have other products from her line that I do use and love. For example, Trophy Wife is amazing. The Mademoiselle's amazing. The Gloss Bomb. Only a pity the Stunner doesn't work for me. I mean, you win some and you lose some, right? Alright guys, so that's basically it. That's pretty much my bag of things, my collection of stuff I regret buying. They didn't work for me, and that sucks because I really did like these products. That's makeup for you. I mean, you love it today, you hate it tomorrow, and a couple months down the road you start to love it again. But let me know down below if you've had any items that you've fallen out of love with, you've retired, it's kind of at the back of your vanity, you're not really paying any attention to it. As always guys, I do thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share all that good stuff. I really do appreciate it. And yes, thank you guys again. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.